What's up guys, welcome back to an episode of the San Marino Challenge Series. Today we are starting our second season in Serie A, and obviously got transfers to recap, still predicted to finish bottom. Got fixtures, pre-season, San Marino national team, a cup game as always. I actually remembered it this year, and a little bit of actual business side of this series, if that makes any sense. Well, it's a bug actually, it's a bug, but we'll discuss that in a minute. Transfers. History. We brought in, again, quite a few new players. Spent no money, of course. Bessa joined us. You'll see a trend is we've got no money, so I'm just going to keep signing the players who I know have done well for us in the past. For example, Bessa's been with us now 3 times on loan. Joined us on a free transfer. Good signing. This guy I've not had before, but I've known about him for quite a while. In this year's game, he's quite a good player, quite a good Argentine right winger. Good player. Then this guy, I've not had this guy either actually, but he's also very good. Some decent stats. I can't select his name. Oh, I can. There we go. This guy is at Barcelona B, I believe, for a bit. Yeah, he was at Barcelona B. Good striker. Probably going to be my first choice striker, I'd imagine, actually, throughout this season. Good player. Boy, obviously brought him back again for another loan spell. His stats are so developing really nicely. Just needs to get him a little bit physically better, then he'll be a beast. Gabriel, he's joined us again on loan. Obviously had him before. Physically, again, he needs to improve a lot. Cani, this guy, new centre-back. I think he was at... Where was he at? Genoa, Atalanta, Cagliari. He's been all over the place. Carmona, formerly at AC Milan, left winger. He's not amazing. He's okay, I guess. Then a new goalkeeper who, now, for goalkeepers, if you go through all the top goalkeepers like Iker Casillas, Valdez, Neuer, Joe Hart, for example, the key stat is one-on-ones and reflexes. All of them have a high attribute in those, and then everything else is generally very high, obviously, in the top goalkeepers, but the good ones are those 2 attributes. So he's got those 2, but then the one I don't want is eccentricity, which is 15. So I guess, as I understand that, it's for example, we know when David De Gea first joined Man United and the ball would be in the air, come high into his box, and instead of catching the ball, which all Sky's commentary team, for example, would be saying he should be catching it, he'd go out and punch it. And sometimes it would work and sometimes it wouldn't. Sometimes when it didn't work, it would drop straight to the opposition's feet and they'd go again and attack Man United again. And everyone would criticise him for it. As I understand it, that is pretty much what it is. He does eccentric things, I guess, as it says, actually. But, yeah, then there's brought this Greek midfielder again from Juventus on loan. And then the final signing I've made is this striker, who I hope will be okay. Because goals obviously was our big problem last season. But we've sold 2 players. Mohamed Goreas went for 250,000 and Risky went for $500,000 to Cagliari. God knows why. God knows why they signed him. We made a profit. 18 games, 1 goal. The guy is terrible. He'll probably go there and have a blinding season, but he's terrible for as he was. Now, before we get into anything else, the business side of it. Now, I was doing a little bit of searching on forums, and I did this series, save, challenge, whatever, last year. And before like January time, before the January update, on last year's game, if you're San Marino Calcio, when you get to Serie A, you do not get the TV money like all the other Italian clubs get, which was a bug. So they fixed it, and that was great. I did this challenge after last year's January update, so the bug was fixed, and I got the big, because Italian football generally they rely on television money. Search anything you like about Italian football finance. TV money is the big thing for them. They love it. That's what keeps them going. We're getting none of it. You get none of it until they fixed it in last year's game. So this year's game, TV money. I should be getting millions. See, I got £309,000. Yep, that's because of my individual TV rights and stuff. I had one that's expired. I had another one for a similar sort of price to those. They're my individual TV deals. They're not the what's the word? Main TV coverage provider, for example. Like, Sky is, for example, for the Premier League. It's like that sort of deal. Like in the Premier League, you get, I don't know I can't remember how much you get actually in this year's game, but you get a lot of money. All the other Italian clubs are getting that money. I'm not. I'm not getting that money because on this year's game they have not fixed it. I've done a lot of research into forums and seeing what people are saying, and the general people have now noticed you're not actually getting the money. The money's not coming through. Whether or not it will come through in the future, but the bug's back. It's not there. And that's a real problem because, as you saw, I had to sell. Okay, I wasn't using Galerias and I didn't like Risky. Okay, I didn't like them, but that's £750,000 I've had to sell just to fund free agents. My transfer budget, 63 and a bit £1,000 transfer budget for a second season in Serie A. 63,000 bloody pounds. And no wages. And you can see, in the deals I've done, I'm 1,500 or so over. I'm waiting for a player to... Who am I waiting? I'm waiting for someone to go. I think someone's deal's expiring or getting rid of... I can't remember. There was something. Because I've not played the saving actually a couple of days. There was something. Someone is going. I just can't remember who. And that should clear that wage. Or I'm selling somebody, trying to sell somebody. Is it Montalto? There we go. It's him. These Livramento and Montalto are going to be going, and that should clear the wage. So that'll be fine. But I'm having to sell again. A second season in the top Italian fly. When I did the challenge before, I was getting millions, a couple million to spend at this point, and financially we were absolutely fine. I could go out and sign loans, free agents, spend a bit of money here and there, and it was great. But this year, no money. There is no TV money coming through. But this just makes the challenge a lot harder, obviously, because the only way to get the money is Europe. So, fixtures. 3 pre-season games against random teams, 4-0, 3-2, 1-1. Then we played in the Cup against Fano, and it took extra time to beat them 3-0. But we progressed for the first time in the Cup. I think that's our first time. Lost. Yep, it's our first time progressing in the Cup, and we got to play Brescia. And I think if you win, I remember reading if we beat Brescia, I think we play into Milan. Today we have Cesena. With regards to international team, briefly before I do forget, we lost to. I can't remember if I've shown this at all. We lost to India, lost to Cyprus, lost to Romania, lost to Belarus, lost to the Maldives. Basically, we lost every single game. The India game was really disappointing. Belarus was to be expected. Belarus are actually a very good team in FM in the future. Some really good young players. The Maldives was disappointing. 2-1 to lose to them was a bit embarrassing. But generally, no more or less than I'd expect. With regards to our national position, it's 203rd in the world at the moment. Young players, I've not shown Ashley at all since this started. Young players coming through, they're terrible. I mean, look at the stars. They are truly awful. Apparently, this guy's probably our best player. Yeah, they're really bad. Our young players are, but that's to be expected because we've got no money, we've got no facilities to be producing these players. Backroom staff, I've been changing again. I've probably changed quite a lot since I've shown you last. So if you want to pause and check out these people yourself, feel free. If you're doing the challenge yourself, I mean, Brazilian scouts are the only way really. Some pretty good scouts, which is quite helpful because obviously we are having to scout anybody to try and join us on frees or loans. But today we are expected to finish bottom in the league, so it's going to be difficult. Very difficult today. So I've gone with my counter formation, and I've no idea how this is going to go. I'm going to say draw. I reckon we'll draw this. That's optimistic. I reckon we'll draw this. We lost to Juventus, didn't we, last season? So I reckon draw. It's a game we have to win, really. This is the sort of game we have to win to have a good season. I mean, it's just survival again because of the lack of money. Survival is the only way. The only way I can see, the only successful thing we can hope for. And we've already given a free kick away. 15 seconds. We've already given a free kick away. That's impressive. Or did they give one away? No, they give one away. 15 seconds, and they already give the foul away. Um, Players. Oh, that was also good. Boy, Besser, and don't know if it's Gabriel or somebody else, but definitely Boy and Besser both want to play for San Marino, the national team, but they can't because you can't gain the nationality in FM. Because I believe, so, I don't know, I think it's something like it takes in real life it takes a long time to get that nationality to become Samorise or something like that. I remember reading on a forum, but they want to join, but they can't. So I don't know why that's, if they can't, like, it should say how many days they've completed in a country and how long they've got to go before they get the nationality. There is no Samorise nationality alongside their names. So obviously I did go and look on the forums and find out why that is, and it's because it takes so long they haven't included it in the game. So why does it tell me they want to join the nationality? What benefit? Why bother telling me? It doesn't make sense. Why would you waste your time with that? I mean, I guess it's just a standard thing when a player's happy in a certain country, he just starts to say he wants to play for them. I guess it's just a standard thing, but it's all very bizarre if you ask me. But 0-0 so far is not too bad. They're actually our parent club, I believe. I think they're our parent club. I think Gabriel's injured. Gabriel's injured. That's not good. Put pay on. I don't want to make another change. Keep one more change that must leave. Goals is the big one this year. Because goals, obviously, I saw fixtures last season. We were on that horrible run of form where we just could not score to save our lives. Goals were just completely dried up. And Risky, I do lay the blame at Risky. I just put it all at his door because he's got, for those stats to not be able to score is disappointing to say the least. So this year we need somebody, anybody, I really don't care who it is, just to score. Who's injured? Oh, Schwabe. What? Oh no. Yeah, draw's definitely the result we're looking for here now. He's really good actually, Schwabe. He's done really well since he joined us on a free back in the Serie B. I remember signing him, I think it was. He was on an amateur contract at some random Dutch team, and I picked him up from there. I've had loads of clubs offer me jobs. I've had Leeds, Millwall, Rotherham, Northampton, Bristol. Back a few years ago, Bristol Rovers have offered me the job. I think Walsall have been linked with that job, but it never came to anything. I've been offered all these different jobs, and what's funny is I get offered these jobs. Are you kidding me? Why would Tedeschi? He looked like he touched that, and he just almost like headed it or passed it straight to the opposition. I mean, I've only got one look at that. My first flash, it just looked like he just. Why would you do that? I guess it must have been a bad flick on with his head or something. I don't know. That's what I've got to deal with, guys. That is it. That pretty much sums it up. What this is like. This is literally the polar opposite of QPR, the QPR series, because the QPR series I could put out these fantastic players, and basically no matter what tactic I use, it doesn't really matter. They just go out and they've got the attributes. They're just so in sync in their play, and just passing is brilliant. They score the goals, and they just go out and win. This lot is just, they run around. It's like they literally just run around like headless chickens, and if they score, great. If we concede, we'll probably concede again. And if we can, you're not got much chance of getting back in the game because they're not going to do it. And it's even worse with the national team. With the national team, obviously nine goals in a half or whatever it was. I'm just telling them they're unlucky. Keep them around nice and high. 1-0 defeat. Oh joy. Oh joy. Boy was man of the match though. Couldn't bloody score though, could you? As a midfielder, it's not his job, is it? Gabriel, we'll send you, go and play for the reserves. Actually, I don't think I've slept the reserves to games yet. Right. Where were they expected to finish? Out of curiosity, where are they expected to finish? We've sold our season tickets out. Where are they expected to finish? 19th, so just above us. So yeah, that was a game we had to win. That makes me feel all the better about that result. Right, that'll do it from me. I'll come back in February and it'll be against Catania. It looks like it'll be against Catania. So, leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.